business can be defined as a business whose primary office is in the owner's home. The business can be any size or type, as long as the office itself is located in a home. In the USA, there are about 6.6 million home-based businesses that generate at least 50% of the owner's household income. One study has estimated that the total number of people who run or are employed by home-based businesses in Southeast England is in excess of 250,000 people, equivalent to 7% of the working population of the region. While the average homepreneur business has 2 employees, including the owner, 39% have between 2 and 5 employees, and 10% have more than 5. Using these average employment numbers, emergent research estimates that homepreneur businesses currently employ roughly 13.2 million Americans, including the owner. To put these figures in perspective, let's compare them to the US employment generated by 2 important industrial segments: venture-backed firms and the oil and gas industry. Analysis by the National Venture Capital Association shows that companies who received venture capital backing, including corporate giants such as Intel, Microsoft and Apple, employed 10.4 million people in 2006. The development of the internet has been and will be the big driving force in the development of the internet-related home-based business. Let's have a closer look at these developments. The following information is extracted from the McKinsey report. 2 billion people are connected to the internet, increasing with about 200 million per annum. Almost $8 trillion exchange hands each year through e-commerce. About 1/3 of small and medium-sized businesses extensively use web technologies. The web has made new waves of business models and entrepreneurship possible. It has transformed industries. The internet accounts for 3.4% of the GDP of the 13 countries that were part of the study. These countries represent 70% of the world GDP. The total contribution of the internet to the world economy is $1,672 billion or 2.9% of total GDP. The internet accounts for 6% of GDP of countries like Sweden and the UK. Over the past 5 years, the internet has contributed 21% of GDP growth of the 13 countries that were studied. These countries represent 70% of the total GDP of the world. This is a reflection of the small and medium-sized enterprises receiving a performance boost with the internet. These companies with a strong web presence grew more than twice as quickly as those with minimal or no presence. The internet has become a very significant factor in the world economy and the growth of the economy, more specifically job and wealth creation. Online marketing represents 15% of total marketing worldwide. The search requests by individuals on hard-to-find items or information was a total of 1 trillion requests during 2009. In the USA, web surfers made purchases worth $250 billion in 2009. In the UK, it was $63 billion or 2.9% of GDP. The average online shopper in the USA has spent $1,773 over the year. In the UK, they spent $2,535 on average. This study does conclude that the influence of the internet on the economic growth in the world, on job creation and generating wealth, is becoming more important and stronger. For individual companies, the internet lowers costs, increases revenue, productivity and profits. The internet helps these companies to accelerate growth in export markets and have access to new markets. The introduction of broadband stimulates the development of the internet in those countries that it's being introduced to. In France, the internet has created a net of 700,000 jobs during the past 15 years. This research of McKinsey does indicate the growth of people connected to the internet, the importance of doing business via the internet, and the big influence that these new technologies do have on the GDP of world economies. The internet has the ability to create new jobs, give people an extra income stream, have their own home-based business, and be self-employed. These developments will change and create new business opportunities. The new technologies related to the internet will create new business models that will stimulate opportunity. More and more trading and marketing is being done via the internet due to development of new systems and technologies. The improved communication systems and technology make it cheaper, less risky, much more attractive to start a home-based business. The influence of the development of the internet on the growth in the GDP of the countries in the McKinsey study is higher during the last 5 years than the previous 15 years. The trend is upwards. Many of the conclusions in this study do indicate that the influence on economic growth in the future will be higher than in the past. Some developed countries like the UK have a bigger presence of the internet than others, for example the USA. This indicates growth in many of the developed countries. Due to the development and introduction of broadband in the less developed countries of the world, new trading and business opportunities will become available. There is a trend for more people who want to work from home, as indicated by, and I quote, "Home-based business owners are much more satisfied with their quality of life than other small business owners." However, the majority of home-based business owners do not appear to have made a financial trade-off in order to secure this quality of life. These new technological developments, the changes in the economic environment and changes in social needs of people will result in a higher growth rate for internet-related businesses and also for online home-based businesses than the 10% annual increase in people becoming connected to the internet during the next 10 years. If one takes into account that the average growth in GDP of the world is expected to be much less than 10% per annum during this period, here must be good business opportunities. This expected growth in GDP due to internet-related business activity do create many online business opportunities for the online home-based business owner. A fast-changing economic, business and technological environment do need quick and big action. The opportunity of today may have disappeared tomorrow. This is the environment to dream it, plan it and do it big. Our team do want to support like-minded people who want to join us on this journey. Take action now. Do not postpone in this business environment. Screw it, let's do it.